Okay, let's quickly talk about damping in the context of Vellum. And we haven't actually used the damping parameter yet at all. And we will not use it in the future, but I still wanted you, of course, to know about it and understand what it does. But it's really quick to explain. So what we have here are three different setups, and the only difference here is in the Vellum constraint, and we look at the damping ratio of the bend constraint right now because that's easiest to see. And the first one has a damping ratio of 0.001, the second one of 0.1, and the last one of a full 1. And when we look at the result, the difference is self-explanatory. The damping controls how quickly basically a cloth simulation comes to rest. So how much, wobbling and bouncing back and forth, oscillating is happening, how much energy is lost during the simulation. And what this is useful for is, of course, materials that are a bit more rigid. For example, leather could be an example. So the very right feels a bit more like leather than the very left one, or at the very least, the left one is thinner leather maybe, and the right one is thicker leather. So while the overall behavior is the same, what's different is how quickly they come to rest. It's a subtle thing, but nonetheless, it's important to know where to change that. And you can control this for bending and also for stretching. But obviously for bending, it's a bit easier to see and probably also more important overall. An example for the stretch damping ratio, for example, would be a bungee rope. So once, the stretching has happened, how long does it take with a back and forth, a bouncing back and forth of the rope to come to rest? How much oscillation is there in the whole movement? Okay, so this is damping, a subtle effect, but pretty important nonetheless. So I hope this is helpful. Thank you very much and see you later. Cheers.